Hey guys, I'm Stephanie,
And I'm Tiffany.
and we are
Sisters of the South.
We are here in our SOS studio today, bringing you a bolo for missing persons up in Iowa. So we would like for you to hit that like button, hit the share button if you think it's worth sharing. And we always think it's worth sharing because we're trying to bring as many people home as possible, and hit that notification button so you know every time we upload a video. With that being said, I'm going to hand it over to Tiff so she can get started on the story.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Beth Ann Ricketts today. Beth Ann Ricketts, a 31-year-old military veteran and mother of 3 young children, vanished from Des Moines, Iowa on Monday, December 22nd, 1997. On the day of her disappearance, Beth Ricketts left her children in the care of a family friend. She left early, wanting to get a head start on her Christmas shopping for her 3 young children. She also wanted to buy a new dress to wear for New Year's Eve. Beth's friends who were watching over her children called the police when she didn't return as planned. Ricketts disappeared sometime after purchasing Christmas presents for her kids and a dress to wear for New Year's Eve. They immediately reported her a missing person. Beth Ricketts lived in a duplex with her children located at 4000 Dubuque Avenue in Des Moines, Iowa. At 2:10 p.m. on the day of the disappearance, there was a fire in Beth's bedroom. The fire department listed the cause of the fire as unknown. The fire had caused a total of $7,500 in damages, which today would be like $14,750. It is unknown who set the fire, but what are the odds that a fire is set at the residence of a person who had just gone missing?
Exactly.
There was no mention of a break-in, so the arsonist likely had a key. On Wednesday night, Christmas Eve, all 3 television networks in Des Moines aired a story about Beth's disappearance. But at 7:30 p.m., shortly after the story aired, Beth's boyfriend, William Halterman, called the police and told them that the news story had been incorrect and that Beth had called him on her cell phone stating that she was with some friends and didn't want to be found. Halterman's allegations didn't make sense. Beth loved her children and had been incredibly excited to spend Christmas and New Year's Eve with her kids. They were a close-knit family, and if she had actually called her boyfriend to let him know that she wasn't coming home, why didn't she call her friends who were caring for her children?
Exactly.
The police had some suspicions about what Halterman had said, but after hearing that Beth had been in contact with her boyfriend, the police closed her missing persons case.
Shut the front door. First of all, I didn't realize that we used cell phones that frequently or easily back in the 90s.
I had one, but I was embarrassed to use it.
Well, it was only in an extreme emergency
Yes.
that you used them, and you usually kept them turned off until you needed to use it, and you had to pay for the minutes. And then why wouldn't she call about her children instead of calling her boyfriend and saying, hey, I just don't want to be found?
To me, that would have been the first phone call. Screw the boyfriend. I'm calling about calling the people with my children.
Yes. That's strange to me.
Plus, she doesn't want to be found. She just bought them Christmas presents.
So did they do a background check on him?
Oh, girl, let me tell you. We'll get into this.
Okay. Well, he's already sounding suspicious to me.
Really?
In my mind, he's already guilty, and I don't even know this guy. It just don't sound right to me.
So, the Des Moines Register published a story Christmas Day about Ricketts' mysterious disappearance. Police initially classified Ricketts' case as endangered missing, meaning the missing person is considered to be in physical danger. And Des Moines detective Dennis O'Donnell stated that he believed that Beth had been abducted. Although Halterman had been cooperative at first, talking to the police about his missing girlfriend, his cooperation did not last. Shortly after the story came out in the Des Moines Register, William Halterman lawyered up,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't really blame him for that. But he kind of put himself in that situation to begin with.
Well, I don't mind anybody lawyering up,
Never.
but only after you've cooperated with the police and it don't look like it's going good and they're zeroing in on you. Then at that point, it's you got to make the decision, do I lawyer up or not? But when you shut down and tell the police, nope, not cooperating, then you go lawyer up. To me, that's a problem.
Well, first of all, they weren't even questioning him. He put himself out there and said, "Hey guys, she called me on her cell phone saying she didn't want to be found. She's with friends."
Well, yeah, but yet he didn't give them anything else other than that, right?
Uh-uh.
He completely quit cooperating with them. In other words, not answering their calls, probably not coming to the door if they come to his house with questions. He just goes and gets an attorney and lawyers up.
Well, and it sounds like to me they didn't have a lot of questions to begin with.
Well, I mean, don't even get me started.
Yep.
So are
So,
we lazy up there in Des Moines, Iowa, people? Come on.
yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
These police officers, yes. Although the police had heard Halterman's version of events claiming Beth was alive and well, something didn't seem right, and authorities reopened Beth's missing persons case on January 7th, 1998.
Well, first of all, nothing seems right in this case because she's missing and her freaking bedroom is on fire. Nothing seems right in this case.
And nothing ever came back to that. They never said, "Oh, wait a minute.
There was a fire.
She's missing and her bedroom caught on fire." They never put those two things together.
Okay. Incompetence. Incompetence.
It gets better. So the police tried to locate Beth, but were unable to track her down or locate Beth's vehicle. They later determined that Halterman had traded in Beth's vehicle. The police were able to eventually impound the vehicle and search it for evidence, but were unable to find much inside as Halterman had the vehicle thoroughly cleaned.
Well, yeah. And they gave him plenty of time to do so.
Oh, well, I mean, it was dirty.
I mean, okay. Yep, you're right. It does get worse.
What I don't understand is where did he find the car? They're not asking that. She had to drive it to the mall.
Well,
She
they're
had to
still
drive
not
it
in-
shopping.
they're still not investigating the damn fire.
They're not investigating shit.
Anything.
On April 2nd, 1998, a reporter from Des Moines Register tried unsuccessfully to reach out to Halterman for a comment on Beth's disappearance. Really? The Register story ran April 3rd, 1998, and included in part the following. "I think Beth Ricketts has been murdered, but I would love to be proven wrong," said Assistant Des Moines Chief Kanye Robinson.
It's your job
To prove it wrong.
get the information to prove it wrong.
William
It's called
Halter-
investigation. Get it together. You have one job. Come on.
William Halterman has never been cleared as a suspect, and many have theorized that Halterman was responsible for her disappearance. You think?
What in the hell? Do I need to go up there and solve this murder for y'all?
Guys.
Come on.
So there was another theory. It was that a man named James Allen Kinney had been responsible for her disappearance. Kinney was a military veteran who was discharged for having mental health issues. He would often visit VA hospitals and go on military bases. Kinney was known as being outgoing and would spark up conversations with people wherever he went. Although his conversation topics would quickly make people uncomfortable. As Kinney and Beth were both veterans, they might have crossed paths at some point.
Okay, we're stretching really far. Did she know this guy? Did they have a friendship?
They did not, but as of early December 1997, Kinney had taken a bus from Michigan to Iowa. He had murdered multiple women, beating and mutilating them. There were 3 confirmed victims, though there could have been more throughout the years. In 1997, Kenny was featured on America's Most Wanted. In January 2002, Kenny pleaded guilty to the murders and was given a life sentence without the chance of parole. But her name never came up. Now, he pleaded guilty, admitted to killing these women, but her name never came up.
Well, did he start any fires in any of these murders?
No. He
Okay.
just killed them.
And did they even ask him? Because sounds like in the middle of his
I don't think that they asked anything. I think these are just theories of people in town. We're like, hey, there was a dude out there killing women and he was military, she was military.
keep it simple, stupid. Okay. Let's just go back to square one.
With the
Her
obvious
boyfriend.
evidence
I mean,
that
it's possible this guy possibly could have done it. What are the odds? Link him to her. The one person that's linked to her is her boyfriend.
link him to her bedroom.
That's right. And trust me,
Because I bet the
there was
boyfriend
DNA
had
there.
link to the bedroom.
Did they even check for evidence? DNA, hair, blood, anything? I mean,
Well,
what
I
the
don't know how
hell?
much they kept considering.
Even if there's a fire, they can typically find something.
Well, in 97, how much were we keeping?
Oh, trust me, by 97, they
Okay.
knew where it was going.
That's not what
by
I'm
then.
saying. I'm saying how much were these people keeping in 1997? They didn't even question the fact that, well, the boyfriend said, so I mean, I guess she's cool. Whatever.
I'm going to keep
So,
my
do you really think that they're
opinion.
keeping DNA?
Well, no, because it sounds like they're extremely lazy. Okay, you had one job. I can't, and not all law enforcement are like that. Not all law enforcement just throw stuff under the rug and move on. But when you don't do your job and it's evident, and there's a guy out there or a woman, whoever it may be, walking free for a murder because you're too damn lazy to do your job, I have a problem with that. And it's pretty damn obvious that they didn't do an investigation on this guy. He lawyered up. There's still ways to get evidence on this guy. I mean, come on.
I don't think they even questioned him in the beginning, which should have been done.
Yeah.
So Beth Ricketts is still missing to this day. Though her body has never been found, the police changed her case to a homicide from a missing person.
This is what throws me off quite a bit. Did they not ask people what kind of relationship she had with her boyfriend? Was he abusive? Was he physically abusive, mentally abusive? Was the relationship tumultuous at all? Like, start with that.
It sounds like to me they didn't question anything.
Okay.
Like,
Des
oh,
Moines,
she's
come
missing.
on.
Okay.
I
Well,
hope you've learned from this.
I hope so too.
Oh, gosh.
It's terrifying.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I mean, I know it's been some time, but come on,
Yeah,
guys.
but you got it right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
It's right in your face. What are you doing?
So Beth Ann Ricketts was born October 25th, 1996. She was a military veteran and lived in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma prior to moving to Des Moines, Iowa. She was the mother of 2 young daughters and a son. Beth drove a 1991 gold Geo Prism and was last seen wearing black pants with a zebra belt, a white shirt, a black leather blazer, and carrying a medium-sized black purse. Beth was 31 at the time of her disappearance and was described as a Caucasian female with strawberry blonde, shoulder-length hair and blue eyes. She was 5'8" and weighed 120 pounds. Now, I know it's been 27 years, but if anyone has any information regarding Beth's disappearance, please contact the Des Moines Police Department at 515-283-4864, case number 1997-57018.
And Des Moines, Iowa Police Department, if someone calls, follow up on the shit, okay? At least do that. Let's get on the ball here. Do your job. That just makes me angry. If that was my daughter, oh my gosh, man. There would be a lawsuit. There would be a lawsuit on that city just for not doing their job.
And now you know where we stand about this story, but where do you stand? Do you think that she ran into someone that did something to her, or do you think it was the boyfriend?
Or
Let
do
us
you
know.
think it's this random serial killer that just struck up a conversation and decided to go back home, set her bedroom on fire, and kill her and take her off and bury her somewhere?
How would he know where she lived?
I,
Well, I mean, driver's license, but
well, he struck up a conversation. Maybe he followed her home. I don't know. How do we not know this? Because the fucking cops didn't ask any questions. I mean, come on. They only have two culprits, and one is a huger possibility than another. I mean, a random serial killer in Iowa, I mean, that's random. It's possible, but they didn't even ask questions.
nope,
Okay. Listen, do better. We need to do better. And if you'd have done better, we wouldn't be here talking about this today.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, guys, that is our story for today. Please like and share the video. Get her face out there to anyone who may have seen anything or knows anything. And until next time, guys, remember to see
See
the
the
good
good
and
and
stay
stay imperfectly
imperfectly
perfect.
perfect. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.